going on. Tarver's going to fight for it. Dentman's just in his face. And what can Wallace do? Kick out. Tarver to his brother. Right now, Washington going ahead and playing tight. Smith called for a hold.
And you know, the other thing that happens to you is if you can't shoot the ball, the defense all of a sudden shrinks the court. Now penetrations are tougher. Throwing it into the post is tougher because they can double team. They don't have to worry about the kickouts.
Ricky Klatt comes into the game for Josh Tarver. Banged up his hand a little bit on that last play.
I guess the moral of the story is recruit shooters. You can teach them the other thing. It's hard to teach somebody that's shooting and being tall.
Tarver wants to be that shooter this time. Isn't. Hampton had nice position but couldn't get it.
And we've addressed this in other broadcasts, but Tarver, Seth was one of the guys that was really shooting the ball well early, and now he's struggling with it.
All right, Pondexter gets another two going coast to coast, gets the rebound and the two, as he's having himself quite a game today. And this time he almost had the steal and would have had a breakaway, but they're going to call him with the foul. Foul on Pondexter.
Good hustle, but he made that fatal error. The referee was signifying what he did was hooked him around the waist, and sometimes that's an easy thing for him to see, and sometimes you don't even have to really pull to get the foul, but it just looks like a foul. Even if you don't apply much pressure.
In and out, but a nice job by Oregon State going for the offensive rebound, and Hampton pulls in two.
Hampton makes one of the more difficult shots they've had to take. Takes it and drills it.
Morris on the wing. Going back, and Hampton knew right where it was going.
Hampton did a nice job. He started to react to the ball, saw it was under control, so went back to his own man. Morris had nowhere to throw that ball.
Brockman with the block, but it looks like he took out two of his players at the same time. They really took the brunt of it. Watch him come back and block this one.
Well, we talked about there's going to be contact, and sometimes you don't know whose team is going to be on.
So trying to get it. Oregon State. Inside Johnson goes up, and he's fouled. Is that on Brockman?
Multiple choice here. I think they're going to give it to Morris. Yep.
They do give it to Brockman. So Brockman comes up with his first, and again, I think this may be one of the ways, and Bob right now, maybe that was something that Kevin Mouton was talking to his team, saying, look, you're letting them push you around, get inside, pump fake, they've got a lot of energy, start to go into their body and see if you can find a way to get to the line as Johnson sinks the first.
Well, you're right, and like I said, it's tougher to do that sometimes when you can't shoot from the outside, but they're taking it to their bodies right now and being aggressive.
Free throw is up and good by Johnson. He's got two. Here comes that pressure. Appleby gets it in, and Morris almost can't hold on to it.
I had trouble getting it across here.
They finally do get it down at 9. Now Morris back to Brockman. Brockman just runs over the offensive, and that's two quick ones on Brockman. Two quick fouls on John Brockman, something that Lorenzo Romar's got to keep an eye on.
That's two nice plays by Hampton defensively. Well, three, he made the shot down at the other end, but he gets a charge there. He fill in and then causes a turnover. A couple plays before that.
I was trying to come up with it in the corner, and Hampton's going to be called for the foul as Overton quickly gets over there to create the steal. And taking a look now, that is their 14th foul.
His first personal, Beavers' 14th foul.
So now the question is, with Brockman still on the floor, what will Lorenzo Romar? You see his numbers against Oregon State. He's had success, but he did not have success here last year. And I think that's something the Huskies are thinking about. Trying to pick up their third Pac-10 road win. Brockman missing, but what do you do when you miss? You follow your own shot. And he does. He'll get an opportunity to go to the line. Brockman is he's just one of those guys. He never stops charging. He never stops moving forward. And sometimes that's a bad thing. But here in this one, he knew where the ball was going and was able to go ahead and create. You see his numbers earlier, 26 points, 14 rebounds.
Yeah, sometimes it's a knack to be able to play as hard as he does and generally stay out of foul trouble.
Right, and be in control.
Yeah, it can happen sometimes, but I mean, he just knows when to apply pressure and when to back off. But here's his Achilles heel so far is the free throw shooting.
Well, he's 78 of 143 now, under 55%. But that's not something that'll stop you from playing in the NBA. For anybody who's watched it, lots of people miss free throws in the NBA. Now, Morris comes up with a rebound as Oregon State just stopped, hurt themselves. And, Appleby knew that was in when it left his hand. He started to trot back on defense when he threw it up. Third three for him tonight.
So, bad break for Oregon State. 2 missed free throws turned into 3 points.
And this time Klatt tried to create, went in with the body, but no. Here's what Appleby does best: catch and shoot and splash.
Introducing the fastest accelerating, most agile side-by-side in the world. The new Ranger Razor. The wait is over. Razor sharp side-by-side performance. See it up close at your local Polaris Ranger dealer.
Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the United States.
The Chevy President's Day sale is here with great deals on many 08s from the #1 selling brand in America. Hurry before these commanding offers are history.
Now get a 2008 Chevy Cobalt Coupe LS starting at $12,330 after all offers. See your Northwest Chevy dealer or visit us online at northwestchevydealers.com.
What is service? A one-time act?
A series of favors?
Or a service? A deep-rooted commitment
To treat every customer like a close family friend. For over 50 years, we've been committed
to serving our customers. If you're one of them,
Thank you.
thank you. Thank you. If not,
We trust that someday,
you'll give us the opportunity to serve you as well.
Washington brought the emotion as they jumped out to a big lead against Oregon State, but this one far from over right now. Oh, hey, you know what? Coming up on Thursday, busy day as always in the Pac-10. Here's the rundown. As you see at the top, Arizona State, Wazoo. I'll be over there calling that game. Arizona, Washington. Now, it gets a little confusing because there are a couple of games at the same time there. Oregon, USC, and then, of course, OSU, UCLA on delay at 10:30 after College Hoops Northwest. All right, that's the layout. But what's important to remember, everybody, is if you are a Oregon State fan, a UCLA fan, you can catch it live if you've got FCS, Fox College Sports, or FSN Prime tickets. You can catch that game live starting at 7:30. Otherwise, it will be on delay at 10:30 on FSN. Hopefully you kept all that straight. Washington, not only are they leading, but, Appleby. It rimmed out. He'll take it from the Beavers insignia at half court if he's open. Loose ball, Wallace came up with it, and late foul going to be called on Morris. But Washington, 7 assists, Oregon State 1.
Well, it's tough to get assists when nobody can make a bucket. 4 for 20 right now.
Tough for them so far, and you talked about them shooting cold. It's a simple difference. Washington shooting hot, 10 of 20, 50%.
And 3 from 5 from three-point range. So they're
inside, outside, they're hitting it everywhere. Now, Wallace 86% from the line. Here's another Portland product staying home to play here at Oregon State. By the way, the score, Ryan Appleby 12, Ryan Appleby 15. 15 for Appleby. Oregon State has 12. He has 4 three-pointers. Apparently he wants to break the record tonight. He wants to become the all-time three-point leader for Washington tonight. He's just hitting it in stride. Sometimes you just, or maybe he watched last year's film when he was just 2 of 8. He could not hit at all. Players diving for the ball. Hampton had it. He held on to that like a football and wasn't going to let go. Look, catch, shoot.
Catch, gather, shoot, all one motion.
Yeah, that's a talent not a lot of people have. He's lighting it up tonight again. He's got 4 and he's got 15 points.
Now, there's some players who can shoot it really quick. He is one of them. And that is a knack. I don't think, I've seen people try and work on that, but I think it's almost a You got to have a knack for that.
The only one I can think of. Who's the first one you can think of out of the Pac-10 that comes to your mind as Klatt picks up the foul? Anybody? I'm thinking as far back as Steve Kerr. That's the one that kind of comes up to my mind.